Hello there, very good evening and welcome to the news at 6 here on Rajya TV. I'm Tracy Shilshi, taking you through the day's top developing stories, and let's start with the headlines. Hostage crisis ends in Dhaka. 20 people killed, including an Indian and other foreigners. 6 terrorists are shot dead and 1 captured as the Islamic State claims responsibility. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condemns the attack. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj expresses condolences to the family of 19-year-old Indian national Tarishi Jain killed in the attack. Death toll mounts in Uttarakhand as heavy rains lash Pithoragarh and Chamoli districts. 14 more bodies are recovered from debris in villages affected by cloudbursts and landslides. And Australia votes in what is being predicted as a dead heat election. Australian Prime Minister Turnbull and opposition leader Shorten say they are both confident of a victory. Our top story, an Indian national identified as 19-year-old Tarish Jain was one of the 20 foreigners who were killed in a hostage crisis in Bangladeshi capital Dhaka today. 6 terrorists were killed and 1 captured after over a 10-hour standoff. The Islamic State claimed responsibility for the attack through its news agency nearly 4 hours after the hostage crisis unfolded. Here's a report.
A terror-filled night for residents in Dhaka ended on Saturday with the murders of 20 people before elite commandos stormed a popular cafe in the Bangladeshi capital city. 6 Islamic State terrorists had slaughtered the victims with sharp-edged weapons. The dead included 1 Indian national. Most of the hostages killed were either Italian or Japanese. The victims were found with their throats slit.
অভিযানের মাধ্যমে আপনারা জানেন যে 3 জন বিদেশি, যার মধ্যে একজন জাপানি এবং 2 জন শ্রীলঙ্কান নাগরিক সহ মোট 13 জনকে জীবিত উদ্ধার করতে সক্ষম হয়। অভিযানে 7 জন সন্ত্রাসীর মধ্যে 6 জন সন্ত্রাসী নিহত হয় এবং 1 জন সন্দেহভাজন সন্ত্রাসী গ্রেপ্তার করা হয়। এছাড়াও অভিযান শেষে তল্লাশিকালে 20 জনের মৃতদেহ উদ্ধার করা হয়, যাদের সবাইকেই গত রাতেই হত্যা করা হয় এবং অধিকাংশকেই ধারালো অস্ত্রের মাধ্যমে নৃশংসভাবে হত্যা করা হয়।
The siege started with gunshots and sounds of explosions at the Holy Artisan Bakery and O Kitchen near Gulshan Restaurant at 8:45 p.m. on Friday night.
দুষ্কৃতিকারীরা গুলি ছুটতে ছুটতে প্রবেশ করে এবং রেস্টুরেন্টের সকলকে জিম্মি করে। ঘটনা ঘটার সাথে সাথে পুলিশ ঘটনাস্থলে পৌঁছায় এবং পরিস্থিতি নিয়ন্ত্রণে আনে। পরবর্তীতে পুলিশ কর্ডন করে সন্ত্রাসীদের যথেচ্ছ কর্মকাণ্ড থেকে নিবৃত্ত করে।
As the hostage crisis stressed on, Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina ordered the army to launch Operation Thunderbolt to end the hostage crisis. Heavy firing and explosions continued for at least an hour after the operation started at 7:40 a.m. on Saturday morning.
সেনাবাহিনীর নেতৃত্বে নৌবাহিনী, বিমান বাহিনী, বিজিবি, পুলিশ ও র্যাব সহযোগে সম্মিলিতভাবে অপারেশন থান্ডারবোল্ট পরিচালনা করা হয়। বাংলাদেশ সেনাবাহিনীর প্যারা কমান্ডোর নেতৃত্বে কমান্ডো অভিযানের মাধ্যমে সকাল 7:40 ঘটিকায় অপারেশন শুরু হয়। শুরু করে 12 থেকে 13 মিনিটের মধ্যে সকল সন্ত্রাসীকে নির্মূল করে টার্গেট এলাকায় নিয়ন্ত্রণ প্রতিষ্ঠা করা হয়।
Soon after the offensive, Sheikh Hasina announced that security forces successfully freed 13 hostages and had captured 1 militant at the Spanish restaurant.
আসলে এরা কোনো ধর্মেই বিশ্বাস করে, এদের কোনো ধর্ম নাই। এই সন্ত্রাসটাই এদের ধর্ম। এটাই আমি মনে করি। জঙ্গিবাদ, সন্ত্রাস এর বিরুদ্ধে সবসময় বাংলাদেশের মানুষ সোচ্চার। আমি সবাইকে আহ্বান করব এ ব্যাপারে আরও সোচ্চার হতে, এবং দেশের মানুষ যদি সবাই সচেতন হয় এবং এর বিরুদ্ধে রুখে দাঁড়ায়, তাহলে ওই সন্ত্রাসী জঙ্গিবাদের স্থান বাংলাদেশে কোনোদিন হবে না। এবং সরকারের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা এ ব্যাপারে দৃঢ় সংকল্পবদ্ধ যে বাংলাদেশের মাটিতে আমরা এই জঙ্গিবাদ, সন্ত্রাস কখনো এখানে থাকতে দেব না।
Among those rescued were Indian, Sri Lankan and Japanese nationals. Around 30 people were injured in the attack. Around midnight, Amaq news agency claimed credit for the attack. Supporters of Al-Qaeda also hailed the gun attack on the internet. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi strongly condemned the Dhaka terror attack in which 20 foreigners, including one Indian, were killed. Meanwhile, defence experts have cautioned India of similar strikes and called for concerted action against militant groups in South Asia.
The terror attack in Dhaka sent shockwaves across the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted his condolences to the bereaved families. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj also condemned the attack and tweeted information about the 19-year-old Indian girl who died in that attack.
Well, compliments to the security forces for ending that operation. Our hearts will go out for those who have lost their lives or those who have been injured in it. Bangladesh, the government of Bangladesh has been working to tackle this problem. And the misuse and those who are in the name of ISIS going ahead and perpetrating terror, killing innocents. So therefore, the larger question remains that has to be addressed.
आतंकवादी हमलों की हम कड़े शब्दों में निंदा करते हैं। 26/11 का हमला जिस तरह का मुंबई शहर में हुआ था उसी तरह का हमला है। निर्दोष लोगों की जानें गई और इस तरह की कायरता बर्बरतापूर्ण जो हमला है इसकी सभी लोग निंदा करते हैं।
Post the attacks, there are heightened fears of a repeat attack in India. Defence experts have warned India of similar strikes and called for action against militant groups in South Asia.
The footprint of this kind of ideology is increasing. And whether we talk about a lone wolf or we talk about a group that owes allegiance or claims allegiance to the Islamic State, this is a growing security challenge to the stability of the region, and I think the need for some kind of a concerted action becomes even more critical.
So India is very much on the route, and they would be desperately trying to do something similar in India, for which I think we all need to remain alert, and our security agencies and intelligence agencies need to detect and prevent any such attack.
20 foreigners were brutally murdered by Islamic State militants inside the Holy Artisan Bakery in Dhaka's diplomatic zone. An assault was launched, killing 6 attackers and capturing 1 alive, ending the country's worst terror attack. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
A CRPF personnel was injured in a grenade attack in Tral in South Kashmir's Pulwama district on Saturday. Terrorists attacked a CRPF personnel when he was patrolling the area. This is the third attack by terrorists since Friday evening. 10 terror attacks have rocked the state in less than 2 weeks. These attacks are believed to be part of a sustained campaign from the Lashkar-e-Toiba and the Hizbul Mujahideen since the last 2 to 3 weeks. On Friday, terrorists struck a CRPF camp in Littar in Pulwama district with grenades in which 4 jawans of the force were injured. On to more news, and over 20 people were killed and several missing in parts of north and northeast India after heavy rains and flash floods triggered landslides. While relief and rescue operations are going on, the Met Department has said that the weather conditions will continue with heavy to very heavy rains predicted in the north and also the hilly regions.
The death toll in a landslide in Arunachal Pradesh's Bhalukpong town rose to 10 as 5 more bodies were recovered on Saturday. The landslide, triggered by torrential rains, occurred when a small hillock caved in and buried several houses on Friday. 5 bodies were recovered before rescue operations had to be suspended due to low light and bad weather. Chief Minister Kalikho Pul has released funds for the relief and restoration of the area as 4 people and a 9-month-old baby still remain missing. Meanwhile, hundreds of trucks carrying essential commodities are stranded on the National Highway 44 at the Assam-Tripura border for over 2 weeks as incessant rains have hampered the repair work on a 20-kilometer stretch of the highway. Tripura, which is completely dependent on the highway for supply of essential commodities, is reeling under a severe fuel crisis as trucks are not able to reach the state. While the drivers complain of scarcity of food and water, the situation continues to worsen as train services between important towns also remains cancelled.
और हैदराबाद से हम लोड हुए, यहाँ 15 दिन हुए, रास्ता इतना खराब है, कोई ठीक नहीं कर रहा है। नहाने का, धोने का इतना प्रॉब्लम, पानी पीने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है। गाड़ी बहुत फंसा है, कोई गिनती नहीं, हजारों गाड़ी फंसा हुआ है। यहाँ से 7-8 किलोमीटर लंबा लाइन लगा हुआ है।
हालत तो बहुत ही खराब है। फिर दे आर ट्राइंग देयर बेस्ट, एवीसीआई एंड हम लोग का एनएच का ऑफिसर भी आज आए। दे आर डूइंग देयर जॉब। आज कल से गाड़ी जा रहा है, कल रात को भी गाड़ी गया है 150 गाड़ी, अभी सुबह भी गया है। हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
In Uttarakhand, the death toll in Friday's cloudburst rose to 14 after 2 more bodies were recovered on Saturday. 15 people are still missing from the Pithoragarh and Chamoli districts, where flash floods flattened several houses in 7 villages. The Met Department has warned of heavy rains in the state over the next 48 hours. Heavy rains have also lashed Mumbai in the last 24 hours, while monsoon showers hit the national capital, bringing some respite from the heat.
The monsoon set today over Delhi, so we feel like that the rainfall likely to continue to 2-3 days over Delhi in spells. Some spells may be heavy. After that, or you can say after 3-4 days, the intensity of the rainfall reduce drastically over this region.
With the monsoon covering the entire country, above normal rainfall activity is likely over north, central and western parts of India next week. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Without a quick break here, we'll be back with the national international news in a bit. Stay with us.
The sacred relics of Buddha were unearthed in Piprava in Uttar Pradesh. Buddhist monks from all over the world visit the National Museum to pay their respects. These charred bone fragments of Buddha are housed in the gold canopy gifted by the royal family of Thailand.
Hello and welcome to Rajya Sabha TV. You're watching Constitutionally Yours.
महात्मा गांधी जी, उनका एक ड्रीम था कि पंचायती राज जो है उसको बनाया जाए.
The पंचायती राज institutions, their condition is not very good.
ग्राम सभा में जैसे बीपीएल का सिलेक्शन पे बहुत ज़्यादा शिकायत आती है.
So what do you have to say about such a low participation in the village panchayats?
हमारे मंत्री लोग, हमारे एमएलएस ग्राम सभा में जाते थे.
Join us as we try to understand contemporary issues related to the Constitution. Watch Constitutionally Yours on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. 3 people were killed and 4 policemen injured when a BMW car, allegedly driven by an MLA's son, hit an auto rickshaw and then rammed into a PCR van. Siddharth Maharia, the son of an independent MLA Nandkishore Maharia, was suspected to be in an inebriated state when the accident took place. Police said that the impact of the crash threw the 3-wheeler 200 feet away from the site. 2 passengers died on the spot. An assistant sub-inspector and 3 other policemen on duty were among those injured. Police said that 4 people were in the car while Siddharth and his relative Jayant were caught.
सिद्धार्थ BMW को चला रहा था, ऑटो रिक्शा की टक्कर मारी. ऑटो रिक्शा की टक्कर मारने के बाद में फिर पुलिस की PCR वैन की टक्कर मारी. 3 आदमी की कैजुअलिटी हो गई मौके पर. 1 आदमी ऑटो वाला घायल हो गया, 1 हमारे ASI है वो घायल हो गए और 4 कांस्टेबल उनके माइनर चोटें आई.
बहुत ही ज़्यादा अफसोस है इस चीज़ों का. मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा, इससे ज़्यादा बुरा मुझे कभी ज़िंदगी में फील नहीं हुआ होगा और ना होगा. मैं जैसे जितना हो सकेगा, मैं मेरी फैमिली, इन लोगों की मदद करेंगे, इनकी फैमिलीज़ के टच में जाएंगे और जो वो चाहेंगे हम करने को तैयार हैं. जो नुकसान उनका हुआ है हम भरने को तैयार हैं. लाइफ्स का तो नहीं भर सकते पर अब जो वो चाहे हम करने को तैयार।
And now over to Tamil Nadu, where an engineering graduate, Ram Kumar, was arrested in connection with the murder of Infosys employee S. Swati last month. Special teams of the Chennai police arrested Ram Kumar from his hometown Tirunelveli. He tried to commit suicide when surrounded by cops. He is being treated at a local hospital where doctors have declared him unfit to travel. The police has also interrogated his parents and siblings. Swati was hacked to death at a Chennai railway station when she was on her way to work. The CCTV footage showed her having a heated argument before she was hacked to death with a sickle. And now let's take you through what else made news across the country today in Nationwide. Thousands of devotees set out for the Amarnath Yatra today, making them the second batch of pilgrims leaving for the cave shrine. After multiple reports of violence in Kashmir, security has been tightened and a multi-tier security ring has been introduced. Meanwhile, Home Minister Rajnath Singh and Jammu and Kashmir Governor N.N. Vohra joined a group of devotees to offer prayers at the shrine. The 48-day yatra is slated to conclude on the 18th of August. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is considering using the expertise of IITs in its infrastructure projects. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari today held a meeting with senior HRD ministry officials and directors of several IITs. Officials say that the IITs can assist the ministry in many ways, including in evaluation of project reports to carry out researches in relevant areas. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti today rolled out the Mufti Muhammad Saeed Food Entitlement Scheme as a supplement to the National Food Security Act. This will aim to ensure adequate food safety under the targeted public distribution system. The decision to roll out the scheme was taken by the State Cabinet on the 11th of April. On to international news, and in what's being predicted to be a dead heat election, Australia on Saturday voted to decide who will form the government for the next 3 years. Sources, however, indicate a neck-to-neck race between Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull and Labour Party leader Bill Shorten.
After an 8-week-long election campaign, millions of Australians cast their ballots on Saturday to elect representatives to the lower house and the Senate. Polling booths closed at 6 p.m. local time. Early exit polls showed Conservative leader Malcolm Turnbull and Labour challenger Bill Shorten in a dead heat. Minor party candidates are also taking seats and a hung parliament is possible. Of the 150 seats in the lower house, either side needs to win 76 to form a majority government.
This election, what I'm really hoping for is some clarity in policy. Some good, clear thinking, reasonable policy that the country can stand by.
I voted for Malcolm Turnbull and also voted for the Liberals in the Senate as well. Voted for them because I think Malcolm's going to be able to lead this country and make the changes that we need.
Liberal win, and I think that's the way it's going to go. I don't think he's going to get as many seats as he did last time, Liberals. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the Senate.
Both Prime Minister Turnbull and opposition leader Shorten said they were confident of victory. Shorten fought the poll over claims that the government intended to dismantle Australia's public health system and Medicare.
As I said, there has never been a more exciting time to vote for stable majority coalition government, an economic plan that secures our future.
Prime Minister Turnbull prompted the election by dissolving both houses of parliament in May. He blamed stubborn independents in the upper house Senate for blocking his agenda. Turnbull's coalition is facing a strong challenge from Labour as well as independents and minor parties who could win enough seats to hold the balance of power in the Senate or force a majority government in the lower house. If Turnbull loses, Labour opposition leader Bill Shorten will be the country's 6th leader since 2010. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here are more updates from across the world in Global Buzz. 5 persons were killed and 22 injured in a cafe shooting in northern Siberia. The suspect was arrested by the police, who say that the gunman killed his wife and another woman before randomly shooting at other customers at the cafe. 3 children were among those injured in the attack. 1 fisherman was killed and 3 injured by a missile mistakenly fired by the Taiwanese military on Friday. The missile was fired but did not explode. The Taiwan authorities regretted the casualties. A Taiwan warship had mistakenly launched a supersonic aircraft carrier killer missile having a range of 300 kilometers towards China. The missile was fired during a drill. The United Nations organized a ceremony in Monrovia to call off its mission in Liberia. Around 15,000 UN peacekeeping mission forces were sent to Liberia to restore order after two brutal civil wars in 2003. Only 1,240 UN military and 606 police personnel will now remain there for security concerns. About 26 people died when a coach fell into a river from a highway in the northern Chinese city of Tianjin. There were 30 passengers, of which only 4 survived. The driver lost control because of a flat tire when he was driving through a guardrail on an expressway. Parts of southern New Jersey in the U.S. experienced heavy floods after severe floods, in fact, after heavy rainfall, disrupting normal life and prompting authorities to declare flash flood warnings. The rescue operations are underway after 14 centimeters of rain fell in just under 2 hours. Another quick break here. Up next, sports news.
Hello and a warm welcome to It's My Life, the program that brings you face to face with country's top politicians.
You know, I've been flying for a very long time. It's a passion of mine.
अगर मैं बोलूं मिठाई, कराची हलवा, कॉमेडियन, जाने वाकर।
ये मेरी जो भाभियां हैं ये प्रसन्न रहेंगी तो मुझे ठीक से खिलाएंगी, तो इसलिए मैं तो अपनी सारी भाभियों की चमचागिरी करती हूँ।
मैं तो चला जिधर चले रास्ता।
You can't be a successful MP without your wife, huh?
I can't be successful anything without my wife.
शॉर्टकट में सबको खुश करने के लिए चल धन्नो आज तेरी इज्जत का सवाल है।
See, whenever you play golf, you forget about anything. You forget even your own wife also.
Most handsome MP in Parliament.
Manoj Tiwari.
Watch It's My Life at peace times, only on Rajya Sabha television.
On to some news now from the Euro Cup, and in a historic moment, Wales reached the semi-finals of a major tournament for the first time after a stirring fight back to beat Belgium in the European Championship quarter-final on Friday. They will face Portugal now in the semi-finals on Wednesday. Here are the details.
In devotion of the whole Wales squad.
Wales produced a stunning upset to reach the Euro 2016 semi-finals after securing a 3-1 comeback win over Belgium on Friday. Belgium had taken a lead with a powerful strike by Rajya in the 13th minute, which Wales keeper Wayne got his fingertips on but could not keep out.
He's looking to make contact with both hands, but he's afforded so much space on the edge of the box.
After that, the pace the Belgians set in the opening stages waned, and Wales equalised in the 31st minute when captain Ashley Williams headed home a corner delivered by the excellent Aaron Ramsey.
He spins away! Ashley Williams for Wales!
Robson Kanu, who got the Welsh winner against Slovakia in the group stage, made it 2-1 in the 55th with a brilliant turn and shot inside the area from another Ramsey assist.
Robson Kanu, he's got Taylor. Robson Kanu! Incredible! Wales are reaching new complete.
Substitute Sam Vokes puts the icing on the cake for Wales with a superb header from a Chris Gunter cross after 85 minutes.
In the middle, Vokes! Oh! I don't believe it! It is the greatest night in Wales football history!
It's an inch-perfect cross from Chris Gunter. It's an inch...
A mouth-watering duel between Real Madrid teammates Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo waits when Wales will face Portugal in the Wednesday semi-finals. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here's a check of some more sporting action in SportsBeat. Indian quarter-miler Nirmala Shiran made the cut for next month's Rio Olympics after clocking 51.48 seconds in the 400 meters National Interstate Senior Athletics Championships in Hyderabad. Nirmala recorded a personal best of 51.48 seconds, a time that put her on the flight to Rio and erased the previous meet mark of 51.73 seconds held by M.R. Puvamma since 2014. She became the 24th track and field athlete from India to qualify for the Rio Games. But Usain Bolt's hopes of completing a historic triple of Olympic successes in Rio next month are in serious doubt after he withdrew from the Jamaican trials with a hamstring tear. The six-time Olympic champion recovered from a slow start to win his 100-meter semi-final in Kingston, Jamaica, but failed to line up for the final, which was won by Johan Blake in his absence. Wales, like we pointed out, qualified for their first ever major tournament semi-final in their debut at the European Championship, defeating Belgium 3-1 in Lille. The victory sets up a duel between their talisman Gareth Bale and his Real Madrid teammate Cristiano Ronaldo when the tournament's last British representatives face Portugal in Lyon on Wednesday. Can't get enough of that, can we? Well, we'll keep you updated, of course, on the semi-finals, but that's it for the moment on the News at 6.